The European Union, once one of the greatest battlefields in history for centuries, has now become one of the most successful regions. However, it seems that they are not satisfied enough and now want to take a step further and transform the Union into a federation like the United States. Established on November 1st, 1993, not even 30 years old in its current form, yet they want to change it. Will the EU eventually become a federation like the USA? In Germany and France, there has been more talk of such an idea in recent years. Especially in Germany, there is the Ampel-Koalition or traffic-light coalition, a coalition consisting of parties like the SPD, FDP and the Greens. Berlin wishes for a kind of United States of Europe, a federal European state. Paris is also a supporter of this proposal, but while Scholz speaks of strategic sovereignty, Macron speaks of strategic autonomy. Despite their differences, they agree on one thing: the EU needs some form of change. At a conference in 2017, the SPD set a deadline for all EU member states to decide by 2025. They must either be in favor and be part of the project or be against it and leave the EU. If this were to happen, the EU would rank third in terms of population with 450 million inhabitants, behind India and China but ahead of the USA. In terms of GDP, they would also rank third, behind the USA and China. Additionally, with more weapon systems and technologies, it would be advantageous for them to unite. Thus, the state would also have more influence on the world. While it may sound appealing, it is currently very unlikely. There are in fact many problems. For example, compared to the USA, each state in the EU has its own national identity, which they strongly defend. In the USA, whether you are blonde, black, brunette or Latino, everyone says, "I'm a US citizen." Whether in Pennsylvania, California or Texas, in the USA everyone is American. However, it is different in the EU. They do not want a common European identity. There is a lack of trust due to national sentiments. Now imagine Luxembourg with Poland, the Netherlands with Hungary, or Bulgaria with Ireland being a part of the same federation. And then there is the problem that stronger states like Germany or France could see themselves as the center and simply put as the boss of the federation. They have recently lost an important member. Think of Brexit. One of the main arguments for Brexit was that the EU threatens British sovereignty. Many do not want to be so dependent and want to be more free. The problem lies in the fact that they could all gather under the umbrella of Germany. While Germany may not be the strongest militarily, it has been Europe's largest and most important economic power for nearly 150 years. Also, Eastern Europeans trust the USA more than Germany, which is understandable considering Germany's history. Then I immediately think of the tensions with Poland and Hungary. Furthermore, what do the Russians think about this? Are they going to interfere? And how does the situation in Ukraine develop? There are also ongoing dangerous ideologies, whether it be fascism or communism. There is a significant lack of trust. Another problem is the currency. 7 out of 27 states do not want or cannot use the euro. Additionally, some states are not as stable. Imagine if Greece fails and all the others have to support it. Naturally, no one wants to cover the debts of others with their own money in such a case. And then there are further problems. Language barrier. Yes, English would be the best solution, but the homeland of this language has simply left the Union. Furthermore, not only language but also culture and religion differ. The Union is generally too divided, it must be said. The southern countries face issues with their economy, unemployment rates and migration. France has plans for itself. Eastern Europe, especially states that feel threatened by Russia, has more hope in the USA than in Germany, which has its own economic plans. Berlin wants to be a big global player and compete with the USA or China. The irony is that seemingly Germany, the one who proposed it, divides the Union more than it unites it. Then there is the issue of the USA. Can we see the USA as a role model? Would they be helpful? Are they in favor or against it? But for whom would such a plan really be advantageous? Of course, probably France and Germany. because they are the strongest. Federalization could give France and Germany more power. This is also evident in the previous surveys. This idea is more supported in these two states. Moreover, if one state alone has better economy than all the others, that state will receive all the investments and attract the brightest minds. A brain drain. This would further consolidate their position as the center of the federation. However, shouldn't it be more cooperative? And another question. What influence does it have on the states with less power? For example, a wealthy state like Luxembourg. Will they say, we should be like Norway, being alone? The union makes everything worse. And for a poorer state like Bulgaria or Romania, would it be more advantageous or worse for their development compared to the current EU? Nobody knows how it will exactly end, because we also do not know how they will implement it, if at all. Moreover, it is not right after a war period where you say, let's try it. The union is already functioning quite well compared to the rest of the world. As the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yes, it is far from perfect, but you cannot risk the union based on an idea. In addition, there is another possibility. For example, the Swiss model, with subdivisions and cantons that respect each other more with their culture and language. It does not have to be federalization to achieve its goals, but it is not so quickly implementable even if they find a better solution. Take care, until next time.